Hi, class. Okay, here we are. We're getting there. I've gotten rough drafts for most people for Essay 8, and then we need to do our final draft. And so this week, I just wanted to review with you as you're doing your rough drafts and going into your final drafts a couple of things. One is our 5 common topics. So here we are. We have done our gathering, our invention. We've done our arrangement. Now we're in elocution. So this is where we're polishing it up. So you can polish it up is looking at your 5 common topics and seeing if you're including them and if you have enough information for your proofs, your subproofs, your refutation, and your subproofs for that, right? And to make good arguments. By now, your papers should be pretty thorough. So first, the 5 common topics is comparison. We are comparing how X is similar to Y and how X is different from Y. So apples and oranges, right? How are they similar? They're both fruit. How are they similar? They're both something that we eat. How are they different? Oranges have a peel, apples have a skin. Oranges are citrus fruits, apples are palms, Pommes, right? They come from the earth and grow on trees. So they both grow on trees, that's how they're similar. So there's similarities and differences, right? So that's comparison, very basic. Then we've got definition. Who or what is X? What kind of thing is X? So we pick Edmund. So who or what is Edmund? He is a boy. He is a human. He is the son of Adam. He is a student, right? And then what kind of thing is he, right? And so we go a little deeper. He is a spectacular student. So we go broad. So I should have started broad, like boy, human, a person, a son, a brother. And then you get a little deeper and he's a student. He is a boy, an English boy, etc. So these are what we do for definition. And we define terms not by a dictionary term, but by our terms in terms of the literary work we're doing, right? So we're defining terms. Then we have circumstance. What was happening in the same time in the same place as your issue or situation? And what was happening at the same time but a different place? So we have Edmund, right? And he's in Narnia. So at the same time and same place, you've got a dwarf and a sledge. You've got the White Witch. You have got, it's cold, it's snowing, those kind of things, right? What's happening at the same time but a different place? Lucy is in Narnia. She's with Mr. Tumnus. Peter and Susan are in the house. And they're looking for Edmund and Lucy. So this is circumstances. Circumstance, what's happening at the same time and same place as your situation, and what's happening in a different place at the same time. Okay? Then 4 is relation. So what led to this situation? Where a decision has to be made. And what followed that decision? Right? So what led to Edmund having to make a decision whether to follow White Witch? They were in the house in England. They were playing hide and seek. They went in through the wardrobe, or they're exploring the house. They went in through the wardrobe. He followed Lucy. He was trying to find her. He's calling her name, and then he comes upon the sledge, right? And what follows his decision to follow the White Witch? Well, what follows the decision to follow the White Witch and to go with her is betrayal. Mr. Tumnus getting turned to stone, Aslan getting killed, all these things. That's relation, how things relate to each other. And then we have testimony. And we talked about that very recently, about character witnesses, eyewitnesses. What do people say about the characters that were right there in the situation and the people that know them outside of the situation? Okay, so those are our 5 common topics. Pretty basic, pretty easy. And now we're going to add assonance. Okay, assonance is sort of like alliteration, but a little bit different. In alliteration, the words start with the same letter. Lucy licked a lollipop, right? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Alliteration. Assonance is different. Assonance is when you are mimicking the same sound. Okay? So, you would take like the short vowel I. And this is from an example from Shakespeare. Is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks? In, lit, ips, in again, crimson, and is. So it's all short I. Is crimson in thy lips and in thy cheeks. That's assonance, okay? So assonance is a rhetorical scheme in which a vowel sound is repeated in adjacent or closely connected words. Okay? So Dr. Seuss uses that a lot. Hat, cat, pat, sat. Right? Okay? Ah. He uses assonance. Okay? So how it's different is you are doing the vowel sound, not the first letter of the word. So again, alliteration. Lucy licked a lollipop. Right? Assonance. The cat and the hat sat on that. Ah. It's the vowel sound. Okay? It's pretty simple, but don't confuse them because alliteration and assonance sounds very close to each other and their schemes. So try to add assonance into your final draft of Essay 8. So right now you're turning in tomorrow to me. Well, it'll be today for you guys because you'll be looking at this day. I'm recording this on Wednesday. You'll be turning me into your rough drafts of Essay 8. I've gotten some of them. And then I will correct them. I will send them to you. And by next week, you need to send me your final draft, and it should have assonance in it. And it should also use these 5 common topics. Also, when you're doing other writing, Mr. Landrum assigns final essays for his history classes. Go to the 5 common topics to find your information. Go to testimony. Go to relation. Go to circumstances. Use the tools and the lost tools of writing to help you write for other classes. I also have posted MLA format for citations because Mr. Landrum does do MLA format. And as in you get into high school classes, so do some of the science teachers. So a works cited page is something you need to know how to do because different formats of writing use different ways of citing information. Okay, so now let's move into the fun. We have one more week left after this week. Can you believe that? One more week. So I'm going to set up a Zoom meeting for a week from tomorrow. Like I said, this is Wednesday, May 6th that I'm doing this, and tomorrow is May 7th, and you'll be getting on your haiku page, on the Power School page. So in a week, on May 14th, for our last class, I would like to do a Zoom class, and we're just going to do some fun activities together to wind up our year. I have a free Zoom account, so I only have 40 minutes. It allows basically 10 minutes for us to get started and a half an hour, so it will go quickly. And so I'm just going to use some different fun things. I have a couple ideas up my sleeve that we can do for fun to be together, maybe review a little bit, check in with each other as we do our last day of class next week. And your final drafts will be due on the 14th. Make sure they're done. Also, I just wanted to tell you guys again how much I miss you. And there's been a few students I haven't heard from in a while. I haven't gotten essays from. So Damian Phillips, I miss you, and I'd like to see your writing. You're a good writer, and I want to see your essays. Abigail, I miss you as well, and please feel free to turn in essays. It's not too late to get caught up, to get partial credit for essays. And David Lawrence, I have not gotten an essay from you in a while. I haven't gotten an essay 7. I need an essay 8. If you're out there, if you're watching my videos, if you're checking in on Power School, feel free, you guys, to turn work in. You still have time, okay? And I'm going to sign off now and get this posted. Sorry about the glare in my glasses. It's sunny out, actually, so it's nice. I miss you all. I hope you have a great week, and I look forward to reading your Essay 8 rough drafts, and I look forward to seeing you on May 14th via Zoom in class. Take care, everyone.